Hey, everybody, welcome back to Talk News once again. On this occasion, with 1813 News, we're joined by Denise Maucelli and AJ Andrews coming at you from across the country to talk about the Protect the Children rally in Austin, in the capital city, coming up in a very short period of time. Going to be a tremendous event. I've heard some of the organization for this, and I can tell you right now that. A lot of people are expected there and some great, great speakers. Denise, maybe that's where you take it away. Just tell us a little bit about who is coming to speak and kind of what's planned for the big day.
Um, well, we have, let's see, I've got Rachel Hale with Texas Freedom Coalition. I've got Jameson Ellis, which he's ran for a seat in the Congress. I think he's also running again. I'm not sure. Then we have Kelly Niedert with Protect Texas Kids. And let's see, I've got several.
Steps to the Capitol, right?
Yes, on the south steps of the Capitol in Austin. And we do have 13 other states that are doing this the same time, same day.
November 4th is the big day. AJ Andrews,
Yes.
give me a quick word, sir, on whether there has ever been, my God, in the history of our nation, has there ever been a more crucial time to protect the kids?
No, this is the perfect time. We see everything happening. We got the southern border crossings. We've got things going on overseas. We see the children getting attacked everywhere. Here in the States, we've got the schools with the indoctrination, the manipulation of the children, the sexualization of the kids. It just goes on and on and on. And it's time people stand up together. We've all had enough.
Well, and Denise, we used to think of the onset of the critical race theory in the curriculum and the drag show story hours in maybe the big cities. Now you're starting to see it just all over the country.
Yes, it's just branching out everywhere, and it's sad that the children don't have a choice and they don't have a voice, and this is children need to be children. That's what at that age, at the ages that they're being exposed to these things, they shouldn't even have to think about that. They should be outside playing, riding bicycles, playing with their Matchbox or their Barbie dolls, not worrying about all this other.
AJ, we complain and we moan about the trafficking we see of children and the abuse against children, and yet we don't do anything about it. Here's that chance at last.
Yes, sir. It's time for folks to stand up. We are their voice, like Denise was saying. We are the generation to think of our kids and the future generations after that. Our kids are the 2 generations after that. Anything we do will affect 3 generations out. So what we see today, we can actually thank our grandparents for not actually stepping up and wanting to just go back to the private family, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Instead of stepping up. Now we're doing it. We could thank our parents for not doing enough. Now we're doing it. And we need to bring left, right, black, white, gay, straight, all of it together, bring it back to America, bring us together as one.
Yeah.
In the best of all possible outcomes, Denise, what happens as a result of this day? What would be the best thing that you think could emerge from this event on November 4th?
Well, I think there's a lot that would be the best thing. I think the best thing would be, people actually unifying and standing up together and not being, questioning if they have anyone on their side or anyone to back them up, or because there are thousands of us parents that are there to back you up or to back, each other up. The next thing I would say would be, that after this, we can build relationships with our legislators and work on the laws that are already in place, the consequences on those laws, and then, maybe implementing other laws or making changes to the ones that are there that are going to actually protect our children. And then if those laws are not being upheld, then there has to be some consequences. So, for who's not upholding those laws. So it's about forming relationships with our legislators so that we, the people, right? We, the people, are getting what we want to protect our children. And that's what this is all about, is building relationships and getting things done.
Yeah, AJ, what of all the causes and different things that you could be involved with, why pick this one? What is was there a particular event or something that happened or a story you saw, that made you say it's time for Protect the Children?
Just watching everything happening. Number one on the news, looking
Mm-hmm.
at society, looking at the decline, looking at how the children are just worried about offending another kid. Like I said, the sexualization and politicization of the kids. I mean, why can't they just be kids? Go back to that. Go back to
Mm-hmm.
old America.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that's what
Denise.
this is all about. I mean, I'm involved in many different organizations and many different causes, but
Uh-huh.
this is one that me and Denise headed up big time. It's a huge cause, and it will bring all of America back together instead of dividing it.
Yeah. My God, it's fantastic. I mean, you felt like, okay, probably somebody was doing this, and
Yep.
you didn't see anything like this, and then you guys stepped up and did this. I mean, extraordinary, just extraordinary what you've done here. I can't speak highly enough of your efforts on behalf of children here. Denise, let me ask you the same question. Was there a particular catalyst for you? Did some story happen, and you said, "I've got to do something for the kids"?
Well, I mean, I'm a grandmother. I have a 7-year-old granddaughter, and I'm a freedom fighter, and
Mhm.
I want my granddaughter and her friends and those after them to be able to grow up in a free country and not be afraid. And, like AJ said, be back to the old America where we're neighborly, where we watch over each other. Um, so, I've seen other organizations, that are doing things, marching for children and things like that.
Mhm.
We were just kind of going about, talking about the things that were happening. We said, well, we need to do something here. We need to get people together here.
Mhm.
So it's not just one thing. It's just, my concern for, my granddaughter and all the granddaughters and grandsons and children, just all of the children. So
Yeah. I suppose Joel Hayes is still performing. Will there be music?
yes, Joel Hayes will be there at the Austin Capitol. Yes.
Articulate, AJ, before we go, the sex trafficking scenario. Is there there's usually an ebb and flow in these stories. All we've seen so far from the trafficking is what appears to be worse and worse numbers in terms of the number of kids trafficked.
I know some people that could probably speak on that sex trafficking more than I can. It'd be one of our folks that is running actually the Columbus, Ohio event out there. She's been working for years bringing
Mhm.
sex traffickers and offenders to justice. Um, but on my personal, um, there are certain things I really can't say of what I would handle and how I would do things. Um, the law is one. Yeah, we could talk about that. But
We'll talk about that off camera.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
it is.
regardless, we see it. We see the grooming. We see the race baiting and the sexualization and the demeaning of society through our children, to where they feel so petty that the slightest little thing could make them feel together with something. And there's your indoctrination into the sexualization of the kids and the sex trafficking. They bring them in, they make them feel comfortable, they make them feel warm, and then there they go.
Yeah.
They start grooming them right from there.
Yeah, boy, it's hideous where we're at. Never imagined really even that we'd get to this place in American history. Final words, Denise. November 4th. Give the pitch. if folks see this and say, I want to help kids in the smallest way that I can do, I want to be able to help. Can they support your cause here? How can people help?
Well, we are not an organization. We're not affiliated with any organization. We're just everyday American people. We're not taking any kind of donations, or we're not giving out donations or anything. If you want to help, come out or reach out, get on our Facebook group and find someone either in Texas, or, contact me, or there's a list of state leads that's on the group. If you're in another state, you can contact them. And that's where we'll be trying to form, after the rally, we'll be trying to form, I don't know if it's what you would call it, think tanks, or just, a group of people to let's start talking with our legislators, and come out to the rally. If you can come out to the rally and meet some of the speakers that are there that are already fighting for our children in different areas. So, that would be the way to help, and spread the word. This is a nationwide rally.
There will be thousands of visitors to Austin that weekend, and I think it's going to be an extraordinary event. AJ Andrews, thanks so much for your time, man, and for all you're doing here. You're always welcome here. If anything comes up on these matters,
yes,
let us know. I appreciate your heart for this, and Denise Maucelli, thank you as well for all you're doing for this. Folks will be in touch with you. I know very often when someone sees this on social media or somewhere in the YouTube sphere, whatever that thing is up there, they see it and say, okay, it's time for me to maybe get involved as well. Thanks so much for your time, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much, Kevin. You have a blessed evening. Thank you.
You too.